guys, so I am outside of Green Canoe, ready for episode 4 of Knock Knock Northumberland. I'm going to head inside and talk to Bart Speiwak, owner of the store. Let's go inside. So you have been open here for how long now?
A little over 5, coming up on 6 years actually.
Is it really?
Yeah, a little 5.5.
I remember
now.
when you opened.
2013.
Really?
Yeah.
And why this? Just because you love doing it?
After I got out of the Army, I kind of bounced around and didn't have a very good plan and sort of struggled to figure out how I was going to fit in civilian life.
Right.
And
how long were you in the Army for?
Just 4 years.
Okay.
Yeah, I came back from overseas and just was really disillusioned. I thought I was going to stay forever, and I got out, but I didn't have a plan at all. So I bounced around for years, doing every job you can imagine, and I ended up working in the outdoor industry, working for some really good guys, and that was sort of my feet in the door in the industry.
Were you an outdoors guy before then?
Like, oh yeah, always.
You have
right from when I was a kid.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you're in kind of your hometown-ish, so you...
This is where I grew up.
You did?
Yeah,
Okay, so you didn't...
I was born in Port Hope, but we moved here when I was 4 or 5, so we pretty much always lived in Cobourg, and I mean, yeah, they're kind of both hometowns for me, but...
Right. So you don't feel that, that Cobourg, Port Hope, you know...
No, I think because I went to school and lived in both towns that I knew everybody.
You were
so
accepted
I wasn't
by both.
Part of that. Yeah. Oh, okay. So I could go out to any town and not get beat up. I guess.
That's still the craziest thing. That's what Jeff's like, oh yeah, we'd go to Port Hope to get in the fights.
Yeah, there were like these wars and I could be the one guy that just sat back and casually drank a beer and watched it unfold.
So growing up, you were leaving and never coming back here.
Yeah. By the time I was 18 or 19, it was like, see ya, Cobourg, I'm never coming back here.
And now?
I like it.
Business, family.
But yeah, we're a pretty active outdoor lifestyle. The kids have grown up paddling, and I think they've been riding on paddleboards and paddling around and doing canoe trips since they could sit up, basically. Maybe before
do they love
that.
it?
Yeah, they're both really keen, and they love camping and canoe tripping. We've always made it really fun for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That's the secret with that stuff. Start them early and make it really, really fun, and don't get too rigid.
Yeah.
Don't kill them with
Right.
heavy portages. Just make it keep it light, keep it fun.
Yeah. So obviously, downtown, it certainly has its struggles. Getting people down here, making sure that they're shopping downtown, and
I think even retail's a struggle in general. I mean, if you look at the mall, it's not much different from the downtown, and retail everywhere is struggling.
That's true.
And I think you have to it's also a time of opportunity. But you can't stay conventional. The time is gone when you could simply put stuff on a shelf and wait for someone to buy it.
Right.
You've got to specialize and be able to tell people what's different and, help them find the stuff they want.
Yeah. And
you have to differentiate in other ways, like we do film festivals and we do paddling events.
Cool. Yeah.
And we give people, instead of just throwing a bunch of paddleboards up and saying, this one costs this and this one costs this, we'll put them all in the lake and let people try them all out and let them see the difference between them all and see the difference in durability, lightness, how they glide through the water.
Right.
Let them make a much more educated guess.
And just the knowledge that you have, there's no way that I could ever go online and figure out these things on my own, like these shoes or everything else that I tried on today, for crying out loud. So
these ones you can roll the sleeve up, and you've got buttons all the way up, so you can have airflow, you can have sun coverage. There you go.
Awesome.
Good luck.
Thank you.
That a lot. That's very nice.
And do I just wear the boots all the time? Like, do I take them off
on your list it actually says to bring some comfy shoes to wear around the camp, and I'd say that's actually key. As soon as you get into camp, get your boots off, let them air out and dry.
So obviously there's a kind of a shift in the demographic in Cobourg, in Northumberland County. And how do you see that, I guess, from what, so 5 years ago, how have you seen that change? So
yeah, certainly retirees are on a totally different financial plan than a young family.
Yeah.
So we're starting to see the young families move in from Toronto area, from all places, and that has really changed a lot just in the last 2-3 years.
Right.
And we're seeing that young active family, they tend to really embrace Cobourg too when they move here. They really, really appreciate what it offers in terms of the kind of lake life culture and the paddling and all those little opportunities. especially coming from a city like Toronto.
Right. So many choices to do, so many different things.
They tend to really like that stuff, like the paddling events, and they just eat that stuff right up. And we're running more things as a result. Like we just added we'll be running the Paddling Film Festival in April.
Right.
That's a new one that was a direct result of the success we had with the Banff Mountain Film Festival, which we just had a second year. Yeah, that was in January.
Oh, it was January. Okay.
And that was our second one. We started it the year before.
Right.
So there's 2 new events right there.
Yeah.
And then things like the paddling pints, where we go do a paddle on the lake for a couple hours, and then one of the local restaurants will do drink and appetizer specials for the group afterwards. That stuff's just exploded for us in the last few years.
And it's fun, right? Like, so even if
we're just making it fun.
Yeah.
I like the event side of it a lot.
Getting outside
it's just
and
fun. Yeah. Well, you're out there paddling around on the lake with clients, and you're like, this is my job.
Right. That's pretty
good.
cool.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. Nice. Well, thank you. Thanks for allowing me to come in here and pick your brain.
Yeah, no problem.
Outfit me for a trek that I don't think I have any idea what I'm actually getting myself into. But
oh, you'll be fine. Hiking is walking outside.
Okay, I'll just keep saying that to myself over and over again as like bugs are flying into my face, and I've got 27 blisters on my feet. I'm just thinking the worst. But anyways.
You got decades of experience walking, so it'll be
true.
pretty straightforward.
Exactly 4 of them.